Coming up on today's show, we take a look back at the events on September 11, 2001, and you'll find out the dress-up days for homecoming. Stay tuned, you're watching Roar TV. Good morning, Oviedo. I'm Brooke. It's September 11th, 2019, a significant date in American history, which we'll discuss in a little bit. I'm also excited to learn about those dress-up days for homecoming. Let's get the show started. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
18 years ago today, before most of us were born, the most influential event of the 21st century so far took place. 4 planes were hijacked by terrorists. 2 planes crashed into the World Trade Center in Manhattan and 1 into the Pentagon in D.C. A 4th plane, believed to have been heading for the U.S. Capitol, crashed in a field in Pennsylvania after passengers tried to take back control. We talked to a couple of Oviedo teachers who recalled the memories from that morning.
This just in, you are looking at obviously a very disturbing live shot there. That is the World Trade Center, and we have unconfirmed reports this morning that a plane has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center.
There is a major incident in Lower Manhattan.
We just got a report in that there's been some sort of explosion at the World Trade Center in New York City.
9/11 was actually a pretty crazy day. I was a senior here at Oviedo. We had just left second period. I walked into my third period AP Environmental Science class, and Coach Getty, who is actually now the athletic director over at Haggerty, had the news on, and we were just sitting there in shock for the whole period, watching it happen and watching it unfold, and everybody was crying all day long, and people who had family that was working in New York, nobody had any idea what was going on. Everybody was just freaking out. All day long, teachers had the news on. I remember my AP English class, we had class like normal. He was just trying to get us into kind of out of our own heads and try to give us a little bit of normalcy during the day, but we were all just in shock completely all day long.
Okay, on September 11th, I wasn't working then, and so I was out for a run when the first plane hit the tower, and we just thought it was, an accident. And this is back before we had, the earbuds and everything, and I was carrying my Walkman and listening to the radio as I'm running, and then I heard that the second one hit, and that's when I knew that it wasn't an accident. And so my kids were in preschool, so I ran and got them from preschool and brought them home because we didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know if we were going to be attacked completely or if it was just a random accident, but that's what I remember about that.
So the impact that it had on me was, I just remember the days after being amazed at the way that the country came together to support one another, to support each other, to support the military. Those days were filled with a lot of pride for our country, and it was a really positive thing that came out of something really, really negative. I know I held my family a lot tighter that night, and I know a lot of other people did as well.
Refuge will meet today at lunch in Mrs. Latimer's room, 10-023. Come join us during lunch for some fellowship and encouragement. All meetings are open to everyone. Talent show auditions for this year's homecoming will be September 18th. The show itself will be during homecoming week on October 1st. If you want to sign up or find out more information about the new Lions Esports Club, there will be a meeting on Friday after school in Mrs. Krupika's computer lab, room 8-214. Attention all new and returning Mu Alpha Theta members. All applications need to be turned in with dues by Friday, September 13th. Please see Mrs. Griesmer if you have any questions. There will be an ASL meeting tomorrow in 13-09, Miss Garrett's room after school. Pre-Med Club, there will be a meeting today after school if you are interested in joining. Mr. Cap will be holding an interest meeting for SecMe Club today after school in 12-013.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feel, and I'm happy again.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime pal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire. Hello, 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 hello. Hello,
Good morning, Betas.
I'm Joseph,
And I'm Colton.
and this is your Beta Bus Update.
This year's kickoff meeting had over 200 attendees. We are excited for this new year and looking forward to getting to know you and getting you involved with OHS Beta activities.
The deadline for dues for both new and returning members is next Friday, September 20th. Be sure to have your application, photo, and dues attached when you bring it to Ms. Shea. Cash and checks are acceptable, with checks made out to OHS Beta. New member fees are $30 and returning member betas are $20.
The annual beach cleanup will be Saturday, September 21st, and we will meet at New Smyrna Beach at Flagler Avenue. Beach entry at 8:30 a.m. that morning. Come join us as we make a difference at our local beach.
If you would like to work shifts selling Jeremiah's Ice beginning September 16th, be sure to contact Ms. Shea to sign up. We'll be selling ice during both lunches during the warmer months of the year. We have officially kicked off our Bahamas relief effort and are asking all OHS students to get involved. Items needed are listed on the Beta bulletin boards located upstairs Building 5 and downstairs Building 8. Items can be dropped off in Ms. Shea's classroom and then in the front office. We'll begin transporting these items to the Sanford Airport every few days, where they will then be sent to the Bahamas.
That's it for now, betas. Have a beta-tastic day.
That's all we have for you today, Oviedo. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, go Lions.